Hey everybody, it's Kate from KatyDid. Welcome to my anniversary special. To celebrate my second anniversary on YouTube, you have the opportunity to win all of the rocks, or almost all the rocks, that are featured in this video. To find out how to enter, check out the information at the end. Come along. So many beautiful rocks. That's a nice thing to find on my way out. Here we are at the Rochedon Fishing Access. That's really hard to say. In Miles City, Montana. And this is where I made my very first rock video. So I try to come back here on the anniversary of the channel and kind of see what I can find. So I'm excited because the river is really low right now. And even though this is a fairly heavily hunted area, I bet we'll find something pretty. Come along. Look, something pretty. While of course I'll pick up agates and petrified wood today, what I'm really on the hunt for right now is some jasper. I have kind of tried to train myself not to pick up jasper because it's just kind of, it ends up being too heavy to carry a bunch of it with me. But I'm going to be starting to list it differently in my Etsy store. This is cool. And so I'm looking for some cool looking jasper. Well, I just ran into a couple people who watch the channel, and that's always fun. One of them showed me his rocks and they were awesome. We are now not on the beach itself, but on one of the kind of the banks next to the beach. And I decided I'd come over here partly because it was going to get Kava away from the main area. She likes to go and mooch food and stuff from everybody. So anyway, we're going to look around here and see if we can find something good. Well, this is a strange thing to find on the river. Well, somebody's probably missing that. The thing that I'm really surprised about is how clean these rocks are. They've been uncovered. Apparently the water was going fairly fast over them, so it washed them off of all the silt. Ooh, there's a maidenfly. And a grasshopper. Okay, you probably can't see those. Anyway, the swift moving water washes off the silt, so anytime you see clean rocks, you know that the water has been moving fast. And maybe it suddenly dried. Isn't this pretty? You know, some of these jaspers and cherts are just so mixed with all these different colors. They're really cool. This one, wow, I guess maybe brecciated jasper. So many lines in it. That is super cool. One rock I will always pick up is green jasper. This one's kind of green and gold and all mingled together. I found some that are just deep green all by themselves. They're not that usual to find, so I always pick them up when I do. I'm not positive this is jasper. It might be, well, it's awfully hard like jasper. I thought it might be a mudstone, but it has the weight and the kind of the sheer to be jasper. And it's green. This is a pretty stone. It's very heavy. It might even be like have some iron in it. It's kind of rusty colored. So I'm going to bring that home, maybe put it in the tumbler, see what happens. This, I guess, is what you'd call a jasper agate. But look at this fortification in here. That is just beautiful. Wow. One thing that is the downside about hunting in an area where there's 10,000 or so people in this town, and this fishing access is right in town. So you can drive to it. It's very, very handy. And that means that it's pretty heavily hunted. I'm trying to decide if this is a piece of petrified wood or if it's some kind of metamorphic rock. Huh. To look at it more at home. Here we have the first agate of the day. Might be the only agate. This place is hit pretty hard. But cool, look at this. There's a piece of petrified wood right next to it. That's really pretty. Wow. Look at the reds on that thing. Here's another one of those kind of mingled jasper agate type rocks. Maybe this one's coral, actually. Let's take a look. I've found coral around here before. I just don't even know. It's pretty cool, whatever it is. This is teeny tiny, but oh, is it pretty. It's a little tiny agate heart. How neat is that? You know, I'm just constantly amazed at the beautiful patterns and variety of the rocks on the Yellowstone River. This is a kind of jasper, but it's a mixed jasper. It's not quite banded, just all mingled together. So pretty. Now, I was just thinking about whether there were any agates left in this gravel, and I turned around, and shining in the sun was this little beauty. It's not huge, but it sure is pretty. And then I was thinking about petrified wood, and how I hadn't really found very much petrified wood here either. Now this is obviously jasper, but it might be wood that has been turned into jasperized wood with the kind of mineral that makes jasper. I don't know. It might just be layered jasper. It's cool though. I'm taking it with me. Can you spot the agate? How about now? That's a fun one, huh? It's got some nice inclusions in it. Bands, cool shapes. It's awful muddy though. Check this out. Oh, it's one rock. It's a seam agate. I thought it was two of them next to each other. Huh. Cool. This is the first day the sun has been shining without any smoke for quite some time, and I'm really enjoying the the sudden surprise of the agate in the sun. If you're not an agate elitist, you can keep your eye open for jasper agates. Jasper agates are just jasper that have some silica inclusions in them. Well, jasper is silica, so that's not a very good description, but you can see that it doesn't look like a solid jasper. It's got some agate stuff in it as well. And these cut open very, very nicely. So if you are at a place where it doesn't have very many of the main Montana agates, I'll bet it still has some of these. It's time for another exciting game of Find the Agate. See it? Oh, that's a cool one. It's got cracks in it. Cracks that have been filled. Neat. This is an example of that coral I was telling you about. And I have cut this, and it's actually really quite pretty. Sweet. If you get far enough out from where everybody goes, the petrified wood starts showing up again. That's nice. That's a really pretty one. Well, what a beautiful day. I want to thank everybody who has helped me grow this channel over the last couple of years. It's been just amazing. I have met so many wonderful people and found so many wonderful things. I just couldn't be luckier. So thank you all for participating. This is Kate from KatyDid. Keep on doing. In order to enter this video, be a subscriber, like the video, share if you can, and in your comment, tell us your favorite rock hunting tip. That's all. Deadline is September 12th, 2021. The drawing will be live right before the video that's released at 5 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, Sunday, September 12th. See you then.